Hi, beautiful human. I'm Catherine Finley with Sovereign Heart Coaching, and I want to share in this video about my signature program, Inner Alchemy, because the doors have opened for admission into that program that begins in January. And a little bit about me first, because I think that's really important to know me more and have some trust in me before you would even want to hear about a program that I'm doing. So I have felt like most of my life from early childhood that I was kind of the black sheep in whatever environment I was in. So, I remember in grade school and high school, my friends were talking about crushes and watching MTV, and I was spending all my time with my horse. And that's what felt really grounded and important to me. And then in college, everyone around me was out drinking and I was reading spiritual books and connecting with the trees and wanting to drink tea in the evenings instead of go out and party. And that was kind of similar in graduate school. And I've always felt like there was this important part of me calling me to live my divine purpose this lifetime, and that I came here at this time on earth to be a part of this great shift that is happening. And part of that means that I feel like I've been more and more aware of the pain and darkness and suffering and crisis that exists here on the earth. My path led me to become a psychotherapist and specialize in trauma because my heart was wondering if that was where I was meant to serve. And I've been on a deep spiritual path for as long as I can remember. Trying to find a community and a framework for and a place to hold my being that really believed that this was an important time on earth and that I was here to serve my divine purpose. And not that means that I thought I was supposed to be someone famous or supposed to be a world leader. Really nothing like that, but that I wanted to be surrounded by people that also saw what was going on and the pain that was happening, and that believed in a different way and wanted to work together to step in our own unique divine essences to create change, to create shift. And so this led me to all sorts of things, to a grad school grounded in Taoism and Eastern philosophy, led me to, like I said, specialize in trauma as a psychotherapist, led me to India a couple of times, to a temple there of my teachers, led me to Buddhist style meditation, led me to a spiritual coaching school where I got my spiritual coaching certification. And all of these things were really important parts of the puzzle for me and in nourishing me. And I feel like I've always been trying to form community of like-minded beings to support one another and each of us stepping into our divine alignment, like real, tight, supportive community that really helps, rather than just like paying lip service to it. And I've done many like larger programs that I felt kind of like one in a big sea of people that felt powerful, but just weren't a tight enough container for me. I've been in programs that didn't feel like, to me, they brought together the spirit and the body. I know I really believe through my therapy training and just who I am as a person, that honoring the body as sacred and honoring the body as a sacred vessel to house our spirit, and therefore taking really good care of our bodies, is a really important part of living our divine purpose on the earth. And some of the spiritual programs I didn't really honor the body, or just ignored the body. And then I did a lot of body-based somatic programs that taught me so much about the body and how the body holds attachment patterning and trauma, but did not do much to integrate or honor the spirit. And so I wasn't finding a community that did both of those things. So through all of this searching for community, I'm really trying to bring these pieces in myself, and I can be a bit of a perfectionist, or I'll say that I have a perfectionist part. And so I would engage in, morning practices, and I've done every cleanse and health ritual you've heard of, engaging in different, meditations and being really disciplined about that. And while they were really helpful and fulfilling in some ways, it was really hard for me to create sustainability because I didn't have any community support. I just felt kind of alone in it. And so through all of this, and with the, rising crises in the world, we've had COVID, we've had the war in Ukraine, we've had, we now are having the war in the Holy Land. I'm in the United States, we've had these mass shootings here. There's, through this pain and seeming like increased darkness in the world, I was just really, really craving community to support me and women like me in like holding and stepping into the best version of ourselves during this time. So I took all my tools and my experience from all of these experiences I've had in life and created a program called Inner Alchemy. So Inner Alchemy is this 21-week, completely transformational program for women that takes the women in it on a journey of alchemization, of really alchemizing old patterns and old belief systems that aren't serving them, alchemizing their bodies. We go through really sacred health practices to honor the divine vessel that we're walking around in this time on the planet, alchemizing relationship patterns, environmental factors, like shifting what needs to be shifted in the outer world to support this higher version of ourselves that we are claiming in this program. And it's been nothing short of magical. So I think, when you get a group of women together with the same high intention, and this intention is holding up and supporting the highest version of each of us in the group. Like when you do that in a really sacred way, in a tight-knit container, like the possibilities that can come out of it is way beyond what our little human brains can imagine. And so in creating this sacred intentional container for women, and tight-knit, it's 7 women plus me. So really, like, we get to know each other very intimately. It's a really deep container. Women completely transformed in ways beyond I even imagined. So women that have gone through Inner Alchemy have started their like heart song businesses. They have left toxic relationships. They have shifted toxic relationships into really aligned, healthy relationships. They have started to see themselves in as the powerful women that they are, that they didn't even realize was possible. Women have, came into the program not even having this as a goal, and all of a sudden feel so sacred about their bodies that they stopped smoking cigarettes in the evening and drinking wine. And something that we all notice in this program is that when you have a group of women holding the intention together, it creates this energy field. And so these changes, they're not like changes we make on our own through a sense of force or willpower. And it's not that the women in my program haven't had haven't had motivation and haven't had some determination, but there's something about the energetic power of the group that holds the women through it. And so a lot of these changes just seem to happen with ease and with grace and without much, quote unquote, trying, which has just been really, really amazing and magical for me to watch. So if any of this piques your interest, I am opening up my calendar for calls to answer questions all about Inner Alchemy. And, who are my people? How do you know if you are someone that would be served by Inner Alchemy? So the women that are attracted to my program, I've been enjoying the phrase lately of closeted starseeds. So this is if you are a woman who, in your heart that there's just deeper meaning to life, and you're here for a reason, and you're here at this time for a reason. And you look around you and everybody's just on their phones and in the grind and living in the matrix, and no one else seems to notice that the world's burning down around them. And people are just kind of, in their programming, and you don't feel resonance with that. And you know that there's some deeper purpose, and your heart has a calling to serve that. And you might even have the inkling or the awareness that we are in this huge transition time on our planet that, many indigenous cultures have prophesized over, thousands of years. And we're in this time. And so you signed up to come into your sacred body at this time on purpose. And you don't want to just waste that. And you don't want to live a mediocre life. And you don't want to be stuck in old patterns of arguing with your partner or being resentful or even being caught up in people pleasing, where you are taking care of everyone else before yourself and you're betraying yourself. You're ready to step in to your divine knowing, to your divine blueprint. You're ready to feel in the flow, be guided by your intuition, to know you're on the right path, and to have a community of women that see you and that see you shining and that are right there to hold you in your brightest light, whether you're feeling bright or whether you're not, and to hold your highest vision for you. And this program will also help you know and see the impact that you are having in the world by shining your light. Because there's something very powerful about not only the other women holding you, but you holding these other women, and you get to see their divine purpose and the ripple that it makes when they're living in it. And we get to hold that for each other in this really high energetic frequency for 21 whole weeks. So that's my story. That's a bit about Inner Alchemy. I would love for you to join me. Please see the link below to schedule a call, and we'll talk soon.